we will see this game between Paul Keres versus Robert James Fischer. Okay, Bobby Fischer, very famous player, and yes, he was world champion, of course. And Paul Keres was also very good player. Okay, so this was played in between them when they were playing candidates tournament. Okay, in Belgrade in 1959. So let's see the game. So Paul Keres with white pieces starts with e4. His opponent Bobby Fischer plays c5, Sicilian defense. Knight f3, developing the knight, d6, and now d4. Okay, open Sicilian, c cross d4, knight cross d4, and now knight f6, attacking the c4. So knight c3, of course, and now a6. So we have this Sicilian defense, and in that Najdorf variation. Idea is, of course, to control this square. So 1, 2, 3, all these pieces now they cannot come here. Plus, black has a plan to play this afterwards. So now there is a support to this. So this is one of the very popular line, popular variation of the Sicilian defense. After this, bishop g5, developing the bishop, attacking the knight, which has a support e6. Idea, of course, to move the bishop over here and controlling important square, especially d5. So this knight cannot come over here. f4. Okay. Idea to play e5 afterwards to give one more support. That's the plan. Bishop e7. Okay, removing the pin and preparing to do castle. Queen f3, development of the queen. Queen c7, black also did the same, developed the queen, and now long castle. So white has already decided to attack on this side. So he has made a long castle. Now the king will be safe here. That's what white is thinking, and he is now ready to attack on the other side, where black will do castle. Okay, that's the plan. Knight bd7. So black is not doing castle. See, you can see normally it's not a good idea. The beginners, they do this mistake. They just go for the castle, okay, without thinking that, okay, if the opponent has made castle, long castle, and if you do short castle, then the attack will start very fast. So don't do that. You can wait. You can just think about some other move. If you have some good move like this, then you do those. So just confuse the opponent. Don't give him this, the easy target. Otherwise, opponent can just understand, yeah, the king is here. I can just attack on that side. So don't do that. Bishop e2. Interesting move. Okay, you can play even bishop d3 or g4, but he played bishop e2. Okay move, not so great, not so bad. Just to develop the piece and made space for the rooks. Now they are connected. So bishop e2, now b5. So black has already started the attack because black has the target over here. So he's saying, okay, I'll continue my attack on this side. Okay, so b5, idea b4, and then maybe a5, a4, and then b3. That's the plan. To open this side, attack, and then try to get more pieces on this side from the open side and attack the king. Bishop cross f6. So white captured, exchanged the knight with the bishop. And here, black has the choice to take with the pawn, to take with the bishop, to take with the knight. And finally, he has decided to take with the knight. Because bishop cross f6 is bad, as there can be a this move, bishop cross b5, very, very dangerous move. If you capture a cross b5, then knight d cross b5, and now there are problems. Queen has to move, and wherever you move, the queen maybe will just play here. Then see what is happening. Knight cross d6. Now the king has to move, and now you can't do castle, and white already has got enough for the sacrifice. Okay, two pawns, the third pawn, and the king cannot do castle. The position is very much, winning for white now, you can say. And that's why bishop cross f6 is not a good idea. So then what to do? If you take g cross f6, that is also not so good, because after g cross f6, then this pawn structure is bad. The king can be open on this side, and the white can play something like either e5 or a3, whatever. And this is again good for white. So here the best move was knight takes f6. He did that. Okay, black played, Fischer played knight cross f6. And now here the position is interesting. Okay, black has slight advantage, but white can do something over here for sure, because the black king is still in the center. The e5. Now white wants to open up the center, and plus he has given this threat as well. So there is a direct attack here, attack on this. So you have to do something to save both. What to do? Bishop b7 attacking the queen. Can you capture the knight? The answer is no. First you have to save the queen. And here queen g3, you could play this, but yes, another move is this as well. Okay, because after this you have some, attacking chances. You're getting some points as well for that queen. So it's very interesting what to do. And here, yes, white has played this. E cross f6, very interesting move. Queen g3 was okay, but he thought this is better, and a very risky move, e cross f6. So what to do? Black said, yes, I'll take the queen. Bishop cross f3. Bishop cross f3. So again, now this bishop is ready to take the rook. If you save the rook, then the pawn will take this. So bishop cross f6. He said, okay, you can take this. Fine. I want this pawn. Now white has taken bishop cross a8. What to do? Now d5, blocking this bishop. He said, I'll take it after some time, not now. So he blocked that bishop, he trapped the bishop. White captured, bishop cross d5. This is the best move here again. So he did that. Black played bishop cross d4. See, you can capture with this, but then more pieces will be there on the board, and white can give more problems. So when you have extra point, what are you supposed to do? Exchange pieces, and that's what black did here. Bishop cross d4. He said, okay, let's exchange one more piece, and then maybe I can take that. So bishop cross d4, and here white captured with the rook, rook cross d4. And now he captured this, e cross d5. So you have to understand, see, this is whenever you have choices, if you can exchange more pieces, you should do that when you have extra points. Now knight cross d5 attacking the queen. The king is also open. This rook will come anytime soon, but first he made attack on this. So there is a problem for black. Let's see what to do. He played this. Queen c5 made attack on both, especially the rook. Knight has the support of the rook, but the rook has no support, so he has to save it. But before that, white gave this check. Rook e1 check. What to do? Only move king f8. So he played that. And now c3 gave support. So everything is fine, no problem. Here now black has a problem that this rook is not good. This is blocked. So what to do? He said, okay, I have to solve that problem of that rook. And he played h5. The idea is simple. He wants to get the rook from this side. Okay. He wants to get the rook from this side, outside. f5. White played f5. The idea is to play f6 afterwards and exchange, and then open the king. That's the main idea. He wants to open the king. Rook h6, as per the plan, is coming forward. He's controlling this, controlling, and he's planning to come forward. And here he should have played first rook e d1. Okay, like this it was better, or rook d e4. Okay, the idea is to do checkmate. He cannot take this. But here he played this f6, which was not that good. It was a bad move. So black now captured g cross f6. So here now black's position is becoming better. Knight f4. Okay. To open the rook. Now he has a plan to do this. Then h4. And here rook e2 was the better move here. Played rook d8 check. He thought this is a good move, but it's not. Okay, king g7. King is safe here. And now rook e8. So now white is thinking, I'll give this check. I'll give one more check. And then with this rook, I'll give this check. And it will be a checkmate or something like that. So that's what he is thinking, but it's not so easy. Here, first black Fischer did this. Queen g1 check. So king d2. King came forward. Now here you can't take it as the knight is giving support. So queen f2 check. Knight is under attack. Okay, there is a fork. So white is in trouble. White thought that knight is in trouble. I have to save it, and yes, that's the only move. You have to save this. Knight e2. And then rook g6. Made space for this king to run like this from this side. Now g3. Okay, because if you don't do this, then queen can capture both the things. So he said, I have to get at least something for that. Now f5. Made space for this king again. And the idea is to get the rook outside somewhere here. So rook g8 check. King has to move king f6. And here rook d6 move was better move. Okay. Like then after that, even rook g6 is okay. So he played this, rook cross g6. Then f cross g6. And now g cross h4. Here, queen cross h4 was the correct move. Because see, normally what do we think? The pawn which is ahead, we should take that. So that pawn can be dangerous pawn afterwards. But here Fischer made a mistake. He played this one. Queen cross h2. It's not that good. This was a better one. Get rid of this one. This pawn was not that dangerous. Anyway, so still black has the advantage, but now little less advantage. And here black played rook d4. He gave support. So this is now better position. If you compare queen cross h4, that was a better one for black. Now this is okay for white. So queen h1. He moved the queen. King c2. What was the threat? The threat was this. See, he wanted to come here and capture these. Okay, that's the threat. So king c2 to save the pawn. Now what to do? Queen g2, queen h2 was better move. But again, Fischer played king e5 now. He's thinking, yeah, I need to get the king forward. But you can't do anything here. You can't take it. So then what's the use? Anyway, here white played a4. Here instead knight c1 was better. Knight c1. But he played a4. And then Fischer played queen f1. Idea attacking the knight. Knight is in trouble. So now finally he went there. Knight c1, which was good. Now queen g2 check. And the king has to move. King d1 was better here. But he played this. King b3. Thought I will give support to this. I need to give support to this. But then it's not a good idea. Because now b cross a4 check. And the king has to move. So king a3. And now queen c2. So slowly, steadily now black is improving his position. And there are problems here. The knight is in trouble. White's knight on c1 is in trouble. So you have to do something to save it. So what to do? White played this knight d3. Check. King has to move king f6. And then knight c5. He went on this side. To stop this queen b3 checkmate. There was a checkmate threat. We stopped it. Now queen c1. Idea queen a1 is coming up. So he played this. Now rook cross a4. Finally he said, okay, this pawn is very dangerous. I have to take with something. He had 3 attacks. He was getting the pawn anyway, but now he thought with what? And he captured with the rook. So now black played queen e3, again attacking the knight. So this knight has no support. He has asked question to that. And here he should have played something like rook d4. That was a better move. But here he played this knight cross a6. Okay, he got the pawn, but he has gone away from the other side. Now these pawns can be dangerous. So that's the problem. If you see, the knight can only attack if it is close. So now this knight is not that effective to stop this. So let's see what happens. So black has already started now. F4, idea F3, F2 and F1. Very dangerous pawn because the king is away, the knight is away. Only thing is now rook, which can do something to stop it, which is not a good idea. So rook d4, he played this. Idea maybe this and then this. This is one idea. Second idea like this. It's not so easy. Here king f5 gave support. And then knight b4. So now he's bringing the knight as well. Queen e7, pinning the knight. So king b3, removing the pin. And here he got this, queen cross h4. So now the best idea is to get both the pawns together, which is very dangerous. Now knight d3, knight is also coming to stop it. So what to do? g5 gives support. If you take with this, you will lose extra points. So not so good. c4. Now white has also started his pawn, but it's little late. Queen g3, pinning the knight. c5, f3, king c4, removing the pin and getting the king closer to the pawn. f2. Now the threat is to make the queen. Very dangerous threat. So finally you have to give the piece. So knight cross f2, queen cross f2. He has given a piece. You don't have a choice. And then c6, idea c7, c8. Queen cross b2. Black got one more thing. Okay, but then why did he give? Could he play b4 here? Was that okay? That was slow. This pawn could move forward. Okay, so he was worried about this. So c6 and then queen cross this b2. And now king c5, because if you play c7, then this check and then taking this for free. So that was a problem. That's why king c5. Now if he moves ahead and if you give check, king can go here to give support. So it's okay. But then this check and there would be attack to this as well. Anyway, queen c3 check, king d5. Now see, the problem is, you can't go here because this has no support. So king d5 and then g4. So black's pawn is, going forward faster. White's pawn is not going that fast. He has to stay with the king and the rook, which is not good. Rook c4, okay, made attack and gave support and ready to do this. But here he has missed something. Black played queen e5 checkmate. So he wanted to make the queen. For that he has prepared everything, but he missed out on something else, other tactics. So here black did very good checkmate.